Manchester United fans might be interested to know this. Ten Hag versus Solskjaer.
Yes.
A man who you terrorised in his time at Manchester United as manager. Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Yes, you
unavoidable mistake, I called him.
Manchester United have lost more Premier League matches under Ten Hag than they did in both seasons under Ole Gunnar Solskjær. Defeats under Ole Gunnar Solskjær. 2019-20, 8. 2020-2021, 6.
Yes.
Under Ten Hag in this season,
yes,
9.
Okay. So what's your point?
Progression. That's my point.
Okay, statistics are the beginning of a conversation, not the end of it. Right? The culture of Manchester United has changed and will change markedly under Ten Hag. It never changed. In fact, it got worse under Ole Gunnar Solskjær. It got to the point where even the manager was prepared to turn around and say that winning things wasn't the component part of Manchester United. The lackadaisical nature of the players, the performances they put out. Now, we can make arguments about the 7-0 thrashing they got at the hands of Liverpool and a couple of other experiences they had during the course of the season. I get the feel and impression that his suit fits better. I get the feel and impression that he has more about him that will actually build Man United back to a position where they can compete again, rather than having these flashes of moments in time that gave Ole Gunnar Solskjær a constant get-out-of-jail card. So I believe, despite the statistics...
You tell me Ten Hag doesn't need a get-out-of-jail card?
No, I think Ten Hag is a different animal and will give Man United a chance of competing with the elite again, a chance of getting inside, winning the Premier League in the next 5 years, like someone said to us before they left, right? So with that in mind, I think that Ten Hag is showing an improvement without the statistics bearing that out. They'll win. They won the League Cup. They may well win the FA Cup, and they'll lift every single sinew to win the FA Cup. Now, don't forget that they're coming from a position quite far back after the debacle of last season with Ralf Rangnick and whatever else. So I think, despite the statistic you're using to begin the conversation, I think he is better. He's done more in 12 months at United than Solskjaer did in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, I do. And I don't have any problem.
Just because he won the Carabao Cup?
He didn't run off with my wife. You
No.
know, as people have alluded to before. I just don't think that Man United should close their eyes and open them again and see Ole Gunnar Solskjær in their dugout.
Under Solskjaer, finished 3rd and 2nd.
And that's fine. That's fine. But I don't believe that Manchester, and that was, they were component parts of a league at that particular time that might not be as competitive as it is now. I don't know the individual outcomes of those particular opportunities that were taken or missed by Man United. What I do know is the culture of that football club begin to stink. Players begin to get a little bit carried away with themselves, and the performances at times were a letdown to United. So I do believe that Ten Hag is a far more compelling proposition, and United are a far more compelling outfit as a result. And
because he's got a hold of it more.
Because he's got hold of the culture.
Right.
He is, despite the fact he only won the League Cup, he is a winner, in my view.
Okay, point number 2, a new TV show set to air next week, which is going to go over some of the flashpoint decisions of the weekend.
Yeah.
Including, for the first time, viewers are going to be hearing audio from referees and VAR officials. Howard Webb is keen to increase the transparency. We've been promised Howard Webb on the show for a while. They better start living up to their promises because Howard wants to do it. Is all scrutiny good scrutiny?
No, but in this instance it is, because these people are voiceless. We've had too much of this going on recently about referee bashing and what's going on with technology and what football people are entitled to say about the professionals that are adjudicating the games. And I do think they need to have a voice. I thought for a long time that they should be doing post-match interviews, not post-match press conferences, as you tried to suggest I'd said.
No, conferences.
Post-match interviews. I think they should. Now, this is a TV show. Now, whether Howard Webb should be front and centre, I don't know. It would seem that is part of what he thinks he should be doing, and maybe he's right.
He's going to be featuring himself.
Well, that's my point. Whether he should be front and centre or whether it should be the actual referees that are doing the games rather than Howard Webb explaining what they've done wrong or what they've done right. But we've started a process, in fairness to Sky. They've had the situation, and now BT Sport have done the same, which is having referees in studios talking about the nature of what decisions are being made, whether it's Peter Walton or it's Dermot on Sky.
Yeah.
But now if you get into the territory of someone like Howard Webb that's current and relevant and specific and explicit and a decision maker and also a leader, I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't want too much of it, and I'll be interested to see where it goes and how it because where it starts and where it ends will be two different things. This will start with one particular ideal and it'll end up with another. And it'll be interesting to see how it develops, but I do think that the officials need a voice.
Okay. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been using his voice.
Yeah.
He's issued a come and get me plea to Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
He was asked about his next move
around a cab for him.
on TikTok. And he said, I'd like to return to
The
Barcelona.
natural place, of course, for people to buy players from.
Exactly. I'd like to return to Barcelona, but we will see. So he's kind of teasing us with that, isn't he? He's teasing us.
Yeah, I mean,
with
they
that.
must be chomping at the bit given his performances this season.
Yeah.
It's a shoe-in, isn't it?
Are you holding your shoe?
Yeah, my foot was hurting. So
Okay,
I put
no
my
problem.
shoe in. But it's a shoe-in, isn't it? Ultimately, I mean, who couldn't want him? I mean, he's just an absolute... He's a person that galvanises the club. He brings everybody together. He's real bang for your buck, value for your money. He's an absolute winner. Get him round there. Barcelona must be chomping at the bit. There must be a queue of clubs wanting him. I can't imagine anyone not wanting him. Can you?
Did the move to Chelsea ever make any sense?
And of course, if TikTok's doing his promotion for him, he must be in really good place. Maybe go to a Chinese club. TikTok's owned by China, aren't it? Chinese people, isn't it?
This just in from TikTok.
Get rid of him.
I'd like to return to Barcelona, but we will see.
We will see, yeah.
It's more tick than talk, isn't it?
Listen, I mean, there's little doubt once upon a time he was a compelling proposition.
Yeah.
But that was a while ago. And yes, of course, you know, to go down the Martin Keown, got to put your arm around everybody and give him a big hug mentality. Yes, he did go to Barcelona and score a few goals, but they soon drop-kicked his backside out the door, didn't they?
You're right. You get your left shoe back on?
I've got it back on now.
Good man, because as you know, necessity is the mother of all invention.
Why, do you want to give him a foot massage, did you?
We're coming up to 11:30.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.